Former WBA featherweight champion of the world, Barry McGuigan. Main event time now, and the time for the first ever appearance in Belfast as a professional of Wayne McCullough. Wayne McCullough against his fellow Irishman, Conn McMullan. All the cheers that you can probably hear in the background at the moment, local celebrities being introduced into the ring. No doubt that Barry McGuigan will be introduced in a moment to a huge round of applause and cheers. Barry and I commentate all around Great Britain, and wherever we go, the little fella is admired and cheered wherever he comes. Now, we've got a former world champion getting into the ring now, Barry.
David McCullough, a good kid, good boxer, brave lad, and good left hook, and tremendous support here at home. They love him. And Raymond Close put up a great contest against
Chris
Eubank, of course, the super middleweight champion.
Yes, very close. What a draw.
Cristiano Espana, who's the world welterweight champion, good fighter, tremendous puncher, long puncher, big guy, young, and he's going to fight Hector Camacho, as I said, in Houston, and he's certainly. Unfortunately, as I said, I think Camacho is going to come a cropper against this fight.
Now, it's time to get away from the celebrities and get down to the main business of the evening, and that is fighting. And here comes Conn McMullan. Conn McMullan having his 7th fight tonight. It's interesting that he's had the same number of fights in 3 years as McCullough's had in 5 months, maybe 6.
That's right. It's but the point of that is that he's fresh, he's young. McCullough will be coming at him. He'll be right in front of him. He'll be throwing punches back. So he really fancies his chances here.
Quarterman is Brian Dawson. He's a worthy enough campaigner. He's not going to get left hanging around in the ring waiting for Wayne McCullough to put in an appearance. He'll just bide his time as we await the arrival of the Olympic silver medalist from Barcelona in 1992, Wayne McCullough. Went down to the fabulous Cuban Casamayor in the Olympic final. 14 points to 8 on the computer scoring system. And the rare accolade accorded to a British fighter, Eddie Thompson, taking him on. Lives in America now, lives in Las Vegas with his new wife Cheryl. They have an apartment there. And he's going to divide his time in the future. He's going to be in the United States and Great Britain. McMullan still not in the ring yet. Brian Dawson letting him in now. And the crowd's starting to come to the boy. Now then, Conn McMullan, as you've probably gathered, has come into this contest tonight a real underdog against the highly fancied Wayne McCullough. But as we know, underdogs can and often do spring surprises. McMullan, the underdog, does this worry him?
Well, it's an exciting challenge for me. I think I'm very underestimated. I'm prepared well for the fight, and it should be a good fight. It's a 50-50 fight. And people, the media think I'm a huge underdog, but I've got a few things up my sleeve, and I aim to take my opportunity.
Look at how wide McMullan is across the shoulders. He's a big lad. He's filled out very well, and obviously he's a very strong guy with the width of his back. I always worried with the guys that have got a strong back. They've got lots of power.
a real tribute to a British fighter that Eddie Futch has agreed to look after him, to handle him in the ring. Eddie Futch, a lifetime of experience. So, in McCullough's view, what has Eddie Futch taught him?
Well, Eddie Futch and Phil Torrance have been learning how to move a bit more and just relax a bit, just get the shoulders a bit looser and get the head down a bit more. So it's all about taking as less shots as possible. So everything's working out great. It feels great that I'm fighting at home because I haven't fought here since 1981 as an amateur, and I was always fighting away from home as an amateur. So it's great to come home and fight professional for my seventh fight, and I would like to come here and fight for a British world title here. It'd be great, good support.
An attractive and articulate young man, and obviously delighting in what Eddie Futch is telling him. That's our main event. Wayne McCullough against Conn McMullan here on Prime Championship Boxing at the Macefield Leisure Centre in Belfast. Let's go up into the ring now. Let's hear from Mike Goodall.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Prime Network in the United States and BBC Television in the United Kingdom, this is the main event of the evening from the Macefield Leisure Centre in Belfast. The officials appointed for this contest by the British Boxing Board of Control are the steward in charge, Mr. John Williamson, the timekeeper, Mr. Dave Elliott, and the referee, Mr. Barney Wilson. This is a bantamweight contest of 8 3-minute rounds between, in the red corner, with a professional record of 4 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, 1 win coming by way of KO from Cairnlough, Northern Ireland, where in the blue trunks the welcome please for Conn McMullan. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the white waistband, a record of 6 wins, 4 wins by KO, from Belfast. A welcome please for Wayne McCullough. And yesterday's weigh-in at the Chimney Corner Inn, McMullan's regaled 118 1/4 pounds, that's 8 stone 6 1/4 pounds. McCullough 118.5 pounds, 8 stone 6 1/2 pounds. Your referee, Mr. Barney Wilson.
McMullan has a height and reach advantage, but little else. Right on the same limit in weight. So let's listen to the first round bell. Here we go.
Wayne McCullough in the black, Conn McMullan in the blue with the white trim. Slated for 8, this is round 1. The crowd instantly come to light. They haven't seen McCullough as a pro. 6-0 in America. Really, there's been such a build-up. Anything less than an emphatic win tonight will be a letdown for the fans at the Macefield Leisure Centre.
I think it's interesting that McMullan has come out and decided to push McCullough back. McMullan is normally sort of a standoff boxer, but against McCullough he's decided to come out and come forward and force the pressure fighter back, which is reasonably good tactics, but somewhat suicidal if McCullough actually tags him on his way in. But he certainly sort of knocked him out of his stride. Is such a stamina sort of a fighter. The longer the fight goes, the more he gets into it. It takes time to get warmed up. But McMullan, there's no question about this, as McMullan has certainly upstaged him so far by forcing him back, just pushing him back on his back foot. He hasn't been able to get settled. McMullan really fancied this job. They said
He sure did.
badly underrated, and he's going to prove them all wrong tonight. He says, I've got a lot of people to get back at. They've all said I'm going to get beaten here tonight, but I said, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to put on a great performance. And he said, I really fancy the chances of winning. McCullough's now starting to warm up, get his punches off. Look at how much more effective he is when he forces McMullan back.
Strong young man. Well, the old cliche that McMullan has got nothing to lose in this contest. Big underdog. He can go for it.
And the one thing about McCullough is McCullough's got to learn that there are fights he's going to be pushed back, he's going to be forced back, and he's got to be able to accept that and be able to adapt and cope with it. He's starting to get back into his stride now at the end of this round. Finding that body, that left hook to the body, a good shot. Referee's warning Conn McMullan to keep his head up. That's better stuff from McCullough.
So a good opening round this. McCullough finishing the stronger of the two. We'll take a break at the end of the round. Join us for the start of the second. Just in time for the start of round two. McCullough in the black, McMullan in the navy blue with a white trim. He's one strong kid, McCullough, from the evidence of the round so far.
Yeah, it takes time to get warmed up, and McMullan is a strong guy. He's very durable, and he forced him back in the early part of the round, and he upstaged him a bit. But when he started getting his punches going and his punches flowing, and getting his movement in his feet and his legs, things started to work out for him. And this is the way he wants McMullan to fight him. Stay on the back foot, and he can just hunt him down and then chase him. But again, he's getting clipped and caught with silly punches on the way out. And McMullan, but he's not a big hitter. He's not a bad one either. Good right hand to the head from McCullough.
This is such an assured performance so far from the Olympic silver medalist. McMullan, give him credit. He's trying to hang in there.
Fighting back like a Trojan. He's one tough Irish guy, I'll tell you. From Carnlough, not far up the road from here. He's a durable guy.
There's no such thing as a soft Irish fighter. And we've got two of them.
Learn to slip and slide, McCullough. He's still standing up straight. He's still got a lot of amateur mistakes that he's got to iron out. And he's not a really big puncher, but it's the accumulation of punches. It's the effect of the amount of punches that he throws. He stays on you so much, he just breaks you with pressure.
Well, in the 6 fights, only one's gone the distance, and that was a 4-rounder against Oscar Zamora on the 26th of March. He's had a busy schedule. Only turned pro in February. He has 7 fights since then. It's a way to learn. Oh, this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Yes, this combination is just pouring in uppercuts, right hands over the top.
And switching from head to body and back again.
From head to body. His body punches are much more effective against McMullan. He should be throwing more of those. But he's finding it hard to get around those long elbows of McMullan.
And this is good technical stuff too, hooking off the jab, doubling up with hooks and jabs. He's learned what Eddie Fox has taught him.
Yeah, he's learning well, and he's making the adoption quite well. But he's still got things to learn, and he's still got to move on those angles. When he gets and turns his opponent around, he's got to hit him as well. When you turn him, hit him. When you make him miss, make him careful.
And a blizzard of punches coming in from McCullough now. McMullan trying to fight back so bravely.
Yeah, he throws, he's just perpetual motion. He throws the dynamo punches.
End of the second round. This is Prime Championship boxing out a red-hot Maysfield Leisure Centre in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Round 3, Wayne McCullough in the black against Conn McMullan in the navy with the white trim. A real avalanche of punches from McCullough in that last round. McMullan still there.
Yeah, he hit him with a good combination of punches. Nothing clean, but he did the accumulation of bouncing off McMullan's head. He's staying close to him. He's hitting him with all the combinations. He's switching the punches from the body to the head, and he's keeping this guy on his back foot. Like occasionally McMullan comes forward and forces Wayne back, and Wayne doesn't look good when he's been forced back and trying to get Conn McMullan's a wee bit dangerous with the head there. He's
Just a push, no knockdown. And we've got to say, McMullan is still there. He's dangerous.
He's taken a lot of punches, but he hasn't taken anything too hurtful as yet. The accumulation has been wearing him down. Oh, that right hand just missed the button there. Those body punches are the ones that are doing it. McCullough's got to learn to work that body more. He's really hurting him down below, and when he hit him in the body and hurt him, the hands drop. Those hands at the moment are up around his chin. He bang that body hard, the hands will drop. The head drops too. That's good on the inside from McCullough. He's got to work hard with those body shots. He's got to pivot that weight over. That's a good right hand.
And of course, if you load enough shots on the arms start coming down, they start getting hurt and tired. That's how Marciano used to fight.
That's it, right to the button with that right hand from McCullough. He's just throwing so many of them. One of them's got to land. Now, let's see what way he finishes here. He's normally a very good finisher.
Very wobbly, all over the place. Very wobbly.
Now, he's got to hold his composure, and he's learned that from Eddie. Uppercut was really rocked into his boot shot. Right hand again on the side. Watch this right hand again. That's the one that's doing the damage. Oh, what a right hand again. Bang, the body shots. Right hand over the top.
Inside the last 30, can McMullan hang on for the end of the round?
Back he comes. McMullan's coming back. You've got to give him his third due. He's really fighting and trying his hardest. McCullough's learning to cool down. He's got lots of time here. It's an 8-round contest, but he's just beating this guy up.
Oh, McMullan is looking a little bit weary, a little bit worn. Another blizzard of punches comes in from the Olympic silver medalist. All over. Round 3, TKO McCullough.
I'll tell you what, this kid is going to be something else. The excitement of this crowd and the way he finished that fight, that was really impressive to me. He's an impressive kid. He's like a Julio Cesar Chavez. Not a devastating puncher, but the combinations are exciting, fantastic, and he's really got it all. And I'm glad to see him winning here tonight. I've never seen a crowd in Belfast so ecstatic since the last fought here. And I'm really excited by this kid, and superb. I'm really taken aback by the way the crowd came out and supported him. I think I've seen a full house since the last fought either. I don't want that to be hurtful to Davey McCullough or anybody else, but this kid's got it, and he's got the crowd.
That is what the crowd came to see. We will take a break at this time. Join us for more of the celebrations. Wayne McCullough going 7-0. We'll take a break. Join us back again in a moment. Still in uproar. We'll show you how that fight finished in a moment, but let's get the formal announcement now from Mike Goodall.
2 minutes 43 seconds of the third round. The referee has stopped the contest. Conn McMullan being unable to continue. The winner, Wayne McCullough.
The applause. That was one
Ladies and gentlemen, your
performance. Did you not?
for a very, very courageous loser indeed.
We know what all the hype's about now. You've seen McCullough over in the United States go 6-0. Watching him go 7-0, that was worth watching, I tell you. Well, the next question is, I wonder where he goes from here. Barry McGuigan will be talking to Wayne in a little while, and I guess that's one of the questions that Barry will ask him, what comes next. But all that to come in a couple of moments' time, because what we're going to do now is take a look at how Wayne McCullough set up and then finished Conn McMullan. Barry.
Yeah, this is the end here. There's the right hand. Look at that for a beautiful right hand. What are you doing? What impressed me was he came out from 3-punch combination, 4-punch combination, finished with a right hand to the head. That's where he's learning. That's where he's picking up. That's where Eddie Futch's class and skill is getting him. And he doesn't miss very much. Watch the way he finishes it. McMullan's tucking up nice and tight, badly hurt, but he's keeping those hands up. And again, the right hand's hitting him on the side of the head. Oh, he's picking his accuracy well, picking his punches together, putting his punches together, and really he just had patience there and ground ground down McMullan. Now here's the end coming up. Now watch what he does here again. He took a little bit of a respect, banged that right hand in again. Now when he hurts him, he jumps on him right away. Body shots, mixes them up to the head, pulls the uppercut up, he forces him back to the ropes, again chases him. Now watch him, he's staying on top. This is with the right, finishes with the left, sets up the right again, combinations. And Barney Wilson's looking very closely here. That's that right, little short right hand again. Right uppercut again. Bang, 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 bang. Barney Wilson said, that's enough. He's in enough, son. And his stoppage was perfect.
So that is how the fight was set up, and that was how the fight was ended. In just a moment, Barry McGuigan will be talking to Wayne McCullough, and while we set that up, we're going to take a short break. Join us back in Belfast in a moment. Championship Boxing, it's interview time now. At ringside is Eddie Futch and Wayne McCullough, and talking to them both is my mate Barry McGuigan.
Wayne, that was a fantastic performance against a very good kid, very fresh, live opponent. Analyse their performance for me, will you?
Well, Phil and Eddie told me to go out there and work my way into the fight and use my jab, move around, keep my head rolling around, and don't get into any trouble in the first round to see what he's got. So I did that there, and I went out in the second and stepped the pace up.
Yeah, it looked very impressive, the way your combinations were going. You're moving your head well, you didn't pick up any silly punches. I acknowledged in your earlier fights that you were getting caught on the outside, and sometimes you moved your head, but you've done things very well tonight.
Yeah, as I says to Eddie, it takes me 1 or 2 rounds to get in the fight. That's why the pro game suits me a lot better. When I get to the 3rd or 4th round, I stop them in the 3rd. I start get going a bit better. So I felt stronger as the fight was going on. And Eddie and Phil's been learning me a lot.
It only seemed like a matter of time before you actually tagged him with that right hand. But what impressed me mostly, Eddie, was the way he was able to move his head. Didn't pick up any silly punches, and he's an aggressive fighter.
Yes, this is one of the things we've been working on. He's learning to slip and roll with punches. And the thing that I was most impressed with was the fact that he jabbed his way in after the first round. The first round he was a little tight before the home folks the first time as a professional. But then he began to settle down in the second round. He started jabbing his man and setting him up with those shots. See? This is one of the things that we've been trying to impress upon him.
That's very good. He's absolutely, Eddie, perpetual motion. This guy, if you can tap this, and I've always said it, he throws so many punches, and the quantity of punches is incredible. But he seems to be getting more leverage into them too.
Right. He's getting more leverage, and the accuracy is improving. See, when we start to get that pinpoint accuracy that we're working for, it's just going to be something to see.
You betcha. What do you think of the crowd's response here tonight?
Oh, the crowd was unbelievable. This is the first time I've fought in my hometown from 1981, and the support was unbelievable.
The excitement here just reminds me of my days. Listen, do me a favour here. Will you go through the end of the fight with me and talk me through it here?
Well, I threw up many punches. I don't know what happened, really. I think I had him, the right hand it was, yeah. And I just set him up. I think I had him a good right hand as well.
This was
well, the body was in the...
Yeah, the right hand, you followed him in with this right hand. And what impressed me was the way you stayed on him. Phil, I'm going to take Phil Torrance in here. Just talk me through this, Phil, at the end.
Well, White and I, as usual, Wayne began to get the punches off here. He's a little wide. He's a little wide with him, in a big hurry here, but the referee stepped in and stopped him. We want to see him put them a little closer together, be a little more anchored with him, but that'll come with time.
So you think he's got things to work on and he's got to improve?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody has a little something to work on, and we think Wayne's no different than anybody else, and with a little improvement, I think the whole crowd would be able to notice it.
Tremendous performance, Wayne. Tremendous atmosphere in this place. I can't wait for the next one. Back to Dave Brenner ringside.
Thank you very much indeed, Barry. Thank you, Wayne, and thank you, Eddie Futch. We've got some more boxing coming from the Prime